Hello everyone, and I want to circle back around and go back to an old video that I made because I still think that this sort of thing may be the key to solving this case. Now, as we all know, Abby and Libby were brutally murdered on February 13th, 2017. Richard Allen is charged with murder. The state's attorney down in Delphi, Nicholas McClellan, has said that he, in no uncertain terms, believes that there are other, quote, actors involved in this. And of course, we know about the late night press release on YouTube by the Indiana State Police Public Information Officer letting us know all about the Anthony Shots account. Now, obviously, as we know, they did that for a reason. When you combine that fact with the fact that we know that the police think that there's others potentially or likely involved in this, I really want to circle back around to this old video I made. It's called Delphi Murders, Kegan Kline is 100% full of crap, prior catfish victims' stunning story. There is someone who alleged to have either met or was supposed to meet Kline with one of her girlfriends. In this story that this person who calls herself Kayla shared with the Murder Sheet podcast, I want to give them credit for that, she alleges that Kegan Kline either was, and the audio is unclear, I can't tell if she's referring to present or past tense, either she did or was going to meet with Kline, and after that, Kline was allegedly extremely threatening and upset toward her. And that scenario just sounds so familiar to this catfishing bridge scenario. Remember, Kegan Kline is in he's in court documents being interviewed, stating and admitting that he was supposed to meet Abby and Libby at the bridge that day, but, quote, they didn't show up. So that means there has to have been a planned meeting in their conversation history at some point. Whether it happened or not, we don't know. Maybe law enforcement knows. But for him to admit that, that's an admission that he communicated with them and had at least planned to meet them on the bridge that day. Anyway, I'm going to play this old clip from Kayla so you can hear what she had to say. And again, this woman might be the linchpin for this case. Her and Kline, any additional information you can get out of these two people, I think is paramount to solving this case. Anyway, take a listen for those of you who haven't heard. I want you to take a listen to this witness. Her name is Kayla, who says she was being catfished by Kline when she was younger. And this is some pretty disturbing stuff. Take a listen. She actually met him at a park.
Me and my girlfriend. So I went to Foster Park because he said he lived in Galveston, and he went to different states. So he said he was in Kokomo for a little bit. I had my friend go with me actually, and he was pissed off. I have not met him face to face.
Now, I want to be careful and pause it there because you can't tell if she says, I have not met him face to face or had not. It's kind of mumbled. And she said before that, we went to Foster Park. So they went to that actual park where they were supposed to meet him. And then she talks about how pissed off Kline was. I'll continue playing now.
And he sent me a really, really, really shitty message.
Now, this is the important part. After he used a fake account to catfish this girl, Kayla, after they met in a public park when her friend came with her, allegedly Kline sent her a really, really, in this girl's words, shitty message, and listen what he threatened to do.
And said, I should cut your throat for this and watch you bleed out, blah, blah. Why would you bring someone with you? And it snapped on me.
Why would you bring someone with you and snapped on me? Let me repeat that. Kline allegedly said to her, why would you bring someone else with you, and snapped on her and threatened, allegedly, to slit her throat. Does that sound familiar? Anybody? If we're looking for patterns in this case, that is as big of a red flag pattern as there is. We've also got him telling a jailhouse cellmate that I spoke with and forwarded to law enforcement that he claims that he was out there on the bridge or near the bridge that day. Now, I'm not sure what more information law enforcement has or what they need, but clearly, again, they think that there's other players or actors involved in this. If anyone can make a connection between Kegan Kline and Tony Allen, that is the golden nugget that blows this case wide open. Or then again, what if Kegan Kline is about to turn evidence for the state? What if he already has? I'm really interested to see what happens here, because I want to make abundantly clear, I'm not accusing anybody of anything in this video. I'm merely speculating solely based on the information that we have at our disposal that are known facts, or known witnesses, or known people who have communicated with Kline. And I have a quick theory. You know, what if Kline, he's not exactly the best looking person in the world, what if he portrays himself as this Anthony Shots account and at some point reveals to Abby and Libby who he really is? They're just completely grossed out. He gets angry and goes out there, or who knows, maybe hires somebody to go out there, or somebody else has access to his account, that he allows to have access to his account. And just out of an anger, oh, I'm going to teach these girls a lesson for making fun of me. I mean, he's already shown, if this Kayla interview is true, a history of anger over being rejected. So again, law enforcement, I hope that you're really still breathing down his neck, going down this rabbit hole. I hope that you've identified who Kayla is and interviewed her numerous times. Again, I wish you good luck in your case coming up, because obviously, as you all think, there's probably more going on here. And for the family's sake, I hope they get to the bottom of it. Thank you, everybody, and have a great day. Thanks for watching.